Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Deck Wizard. Today we are going to be building a deck around Crabominable. Oh, hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves a win with Crabominable. Hopefully. Crabominable is the Stage 1 Water-type Pokemon with 140 HP. Has the attack Avalanche for 2 water, 1 colorless. We're going to do 80 damage. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is very nice. You know, we get that extra little bit of damage. And also it's Ice Hammer for 3 water, 1 colorless. We're going to do a massive 140, so we can knock out a fellow Crabominable. Not that we're going to probably see one. But either way, let's get this currently underway. Let's see what the wizard says we're going to get today. And we are going to grab a ton of Pokemon. Alright, we're going to start ourselves off. We do have the powerful Dragonite EX, couple Shaman, which is really good. We do have that opportunity to set up in this deck. We have a powerful 4-3 line of the Blastoise, 3 different Blastoises. I think 2 of them are the Dread Launcher. No, 2 are Hydro Bombard, and 1 Dread Launcher Mega Blastoise. So we have tons of options there. We have De-Evolution Spray. Devolve one of your evolved Pokemon and put the highest stage evolution card on it into your hand. Well, the only Pokemon we can evolve is the Blastoise, and we're not going to be doing any de-evolving because we have no Spirit Links. We do have a few Escape Ropes, which is great. A full heal, which means we can remove all that special conditions. We have 1 Pokeball. We have All Night Party, so we actually have a stadium in play, and once during each player's turn, if that player's active Pokemon is asleep, he or she may remove that special condition, heal 30 from that Pokemon. Unfortunately, we already have a little bit of, special conditions, and you know what, there's just not a whole lot going for that stadium with us. We have Fisherman. If they want to get rid of our good old basic energies, we can get them back with Fisherman. We have 3 Ends, so we do have a bunch of card manipulation, so we have Shaman and we have some Ends, so there is draw, which is very, very nice. And then of course we are going to have the Energy Pouch. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, put all basic energy attached from this Pokemon to your hand. So this is good. Kind of works well with the Fishermen. If they do happen to go to the discard pile, we can keep them in play. Lastly, we're going to have 2 Fighting Energy and 18 Water. The Fighting Energy, of course, is for Crabrawler, who's a Fighting type, 80 HP, has Punch, Crab, Hammer, but really, we want to evolve into Crabominable because if anything, he's going to be the one doing some damage. Now, we are going to go quickly save this. Go with Crabominable. I spelt that really, really badly. Okay, that's it. We'll call it Sasquatch. Because I'm not trying. Anyway, there we go. Sasquatch is a deck. I don't even know if I spelled it right. Either way, we're going to try Sasquatch out, see if we can get ourselves a win on the TCGO Verse Ladder. Probably not. Alright guys, we are here for match number 1 playing against Mushroom 3691. Has a Water, Psychic, Steel, and Grass deck, so I have no idea what it's going to be. I'll be honest with you. We're going to win this coin toss. Yes, please. We're going to take that. And here we go. We got 1 Blastoise EX. Our opponent has nothing, so there is that. We are going to get 1 additional card. Hopefully it's the good old Crabrawler. This way we can kind of plan to set up. My opponent is going to be definitely Solgaleo, Lurantis. Solgaleo, Lurantis. So we are going to be in a bit of a problem because, actually we're weak to Steel, so it's not going to be as bad, but our Blastoise is weak to Grass, so that is going to be a big problem. My opponent can easily take out our EXs, and that will be a bit of a downer. Our opponent is choosing their active Pokemon, taking a little bit of time. Not too worried though, it could just be a loading error, something like that. That does happen from time to time. And we are going to take that additional card. It's going to be a second end, and we're going to get another Water Energy. We're just going to drop that right down on Blastoise. Get that good old energy pouch up. And I am going to end here, because I don't need anything in my hand right now. Ouch. Ouch. Well, at least I can attach everything to Blastoise, and I'm pretty much okay to go with this. Because Blastoise can at least Rapid Spin, get a little bit of damage off onto these little guys on the following turn, of course. Considering his first turn, I can't attack. But Blastoise isn't going to be completely useless here. We need 3 energy. We can get that good old Splash Bomb off. We might be able to get Crabominable going as well, but all we have is water energy. I can't expect my hand to last too long either. My opponent can go for an end of their own, especially since they do want to get so many cards going right now. They do need that Lurantis in order to do some major damage, and they do want to get that Solgaleo down to get that energy out of the deck and into play. Now, if they do play Forest of Giant Plants, it could be a very, very fast run for us because Lurantis can do quite a bit of damage early game, and Blastoise, like I said, is weak to the grass typing. So we do want to switch that Cosmog in ASAP, because if we can get rid of that Cosmog early, it'll be pretty safe. Our opponent is going to go for a Skylo, though. This is going to get them either... I'm assuming it could get them the Stadium, or it could get them a Rare Candy for the following turn. But if it was a Rare Candy, I'd probably hold off on the Skylo until the following turn. It's actually going to be an Ultra Ball, and this way they can get one of the Pokemon that they need. Maybe they already have something. They're actually just going to grab a Grass Energy and attach that to the back Pokemon. It has to be Grass? Yeah, it has to be Grass. So they do have a Grass Energy now onto that Pokemon. We actually get another Water Energy, which is fine by me, technically. I don't need any of these utility cards, and if Blastoise does go down, we will get a bit of... we will be able to get a bit of damage. So our opponent is going to Rapid Spin. We need to get some energy now onto our Crabominable because, well, we can't attack. That was a bad idea, but you know what? It is what it is. Now my opponent can... Oh, they're going into that Solgaleo. Now they do need a Steel Energy. That Great Soul Burst is a Steel Energy requirement, not a Grass Energy. So maybe we are lucky. Maybe, or maybe this is exactly what my opponent was expecting, and now we're completely working in denial here. Could be. But they do need an additional energy. They cannot attack us, which is absolutely fantastic. The Fomantis has taken 30, just needs another 30 damage and it will be gone. If we can get Escape Rope, that would be great because our Blastoise can take care of that Fomantis before it becomes Lurantis. And we're going to see a Floatstone hit the good old Solgaleo. Not that it would have needed it. But we're definitely going to see the Lurantis come into play here. It has the Leaf Blade. I believe it's Leaf Blade. Flower Supply, I apologize. We're going to see an N, which is going to help us out a lot more than our opponent, really. Except we get no energy, which is a problem. We get a Shaman, though, and De-Evolution Spray. And you have to de-evolve one of your own Pokemon, so we can't just de-evolve the good old Solgaleo, or the Lurantis for that matter. Because I would have gladly de-evolved the Solgaleo, considering they don't have a Rare Candy on them right now. But that's what Espeon EX's specialty was to remove the evolutions from their hand, return them back to their opponent's hand, and all that jazz. Now, I do apologize if my face is making a couple weird facial expressions. I'm trying to hide a couple of yawns. It's actually been a very late day for us. I don't need to play anything here. I have no energy drops. I'm going to play the Shaman, just attempt to try and get a couple things here, but again, not really my big play here. We do have an Escape Rope, which is absolutely fantastic. I can just drop a Water Energy here, go for this great old... Now, this is a bad play on my part to switch into Blastoise, but I can grab all these energies. It'll be able to be put onto my Crabominable or whomever I decide to use. I am going to go into my Blastoise because, again, there is no other option. And I want to go for the... I'm gonna go with the good old coin toss here. I'm gonna land head so I don't take any damage. 120 damage onto Solgaleo. You know what's not bad. My Blastoise will probably be going down here because he does have that good old Ultra Road, which lets him move their Pokemon whichever way they choose up to the front. And of course, the Solgaleo does have the Float Stone, so it doesn't have to use that ability if Solgaleo is up in the front. We do see another Cosmog and Lurantis, and now the Remoraid is going to hit the field. Very cheap costing mons, barring the Solgaleo. Very easy way of getting things going. And our opponent does go for that Sycamore, obviously noting that we did not have any supporters. All we have is the Fisherman, and of course all our energy currently is on our Blastoise. And with this, we're going to see 240 damage hit our Blastoise. Not much I can do there. It is going to be what it is. But thankfully I can try and get into our good old Crabominable. Nothing really going to help us here. We're fighting a pretty strong deck for Crabominable to really take advantage of this. GXs are just so high HP costs. Like it's almost to the point where these guys, they don't stand a chance in meta. Like there's almost no point in printing them. We're gonna see a Cosmog, so our opponent is gonna try and hard evolve one of these guys right up to the Solgaleo, go the long way over the rare candy, and we're gonna lose our Blastoise. The energy should go right into our hand. And we are going to bring up our Crabominable, who's still going to go down. Like, don't get me wrong, still going to go down. But we can attempt... Oh, now we get the Mega Blastoise. Would not have mattered. Still only does 120 damage. But we will get the Crabominable out. We're going to kind of start setting one of these big boys up. Can't evolve that one because I just put it down silly. But I can go for the nice de-evolution spray. Kind of keep my Crabominable, the one without any HP, up. I can evolve one of the back ones. And yeah, we're going to hold off on using this one. I've already dropped the water energy on the wrong Crabrawler, so that is a problem on my own. We do not have any weakness to this thing, but a simple Flower Supply will be able to take out Crabrawler. Not a big deal. Our opponent does have the Octillery now, so it has that good ability to draw cards. We're going to see a Lysander does go for my Shaman. This is a perfect play for my opponent because, again, having that EX problem is just... it's here. So he's going to net another 2 prizes. Now, he will have to take out 2 of our good old mons here. I'm just going to put up the damaged Crabrawler because, again, there's not much I can do. I'm losing this game and there's nothing I can do about it. We have our good old Pokemon here, and that's it. I'm not about to send up the one Pokemon that can do damage to get hit by a GX attack. Now, if they VS Seeker and get my good old Crabominable, that is going to be it. Unfortunately, yes, there's the Lysander. The VS Seeker into the Lysander is going to hit off my Crabominable here, and there's nothing I can do. Switches it in, is going to knock me out with that GX attack, the Chlorocythe GX attack, and now it's just going to be able to eat my little Crabrawler for breakfast. So this is going to be game number 1. Unfortunately, we did not get too many things going here, but it is what it is. We are going to see an escape rope. We're going to try to get ourselves out of here, but my opponent does have the good old Ultra Road, so he'll be able to switch in, no problem. We did get a lot of damage down, but that's about it. We'll go into our Crabominable because, you know, Crabominable is Crabominable. We can bring in a Fisherman, get all this 2 energy back into our hand, and unfortunately that is going to be the end of the turn. I could de-evolve, just, you know, let's do it, because you know what, this game's over anyway. We can de-evolve. You're about to say, well, why would you do that considering, you know, Lurantis can only hit you for 120. Well, Lurantis may only be able to hit us for 120, but he has that Steel Energy in hand, and that will be able to one-shot anything on my side of the field. So that is going to be game number 1. We did not look very good at all there, but we're coming back into game number 2 with a lot of miss, knowing that Crabominable... his energy costs are way too high, guys. We tried, but his energy costs way too high. Either way, let's get into game number 2, see if we can actually pull off a win. Alright guys, match number 2 is here, going up against Crazy Angle Brr. I'm playing Psychic Fire, and that was all I saw. I'm not going to deny it. He's got the Pyro sleeves, he knows what's in the action, he's got those burning hearts of passion in his sleeves. We would love to go first, because all our Pokemon are pretty slow. Especially in the building department, but we are going to have a Blastoise. We might be able to just set up for a Mega Blastoise, but we do got to be careful. As much as we are the Dread Launcher, we're going to be kind of slow on this one. But either way, we're going to have a good time here. Blastoise has proven that Rapid Spin can do it. Maybe we'll keep with the Rapid Spin. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen yet. But we are going to see that our opponent is playing fire, so we might have an opportunity here to score a knockout or potentially a win with Crabominable. We would need a Crabrawler, though, to set up this Crabominable. It is going to be a Volcanion, so we're going to set up a Water Energy and pass the turn, because, you know, that's all we can do. Our hand is pretty terrible. Now, in all essences of the word, my opponent doesn't have the best start of the hand either. Max Elixir, trying to get some energy down onto those Volcanions. Does get a Fire Energy, which is great for him, not so great for us. We're going to have an N, which is good for us because we don't want all this energy, but at the same point, I'm kind of wanting that Blastoise back. Can we have that back anytime soon? No, we get a regular Blastoise for the back. We see the baby Volcanion now come up. We have an N, so we have some support ourselves. I can go for a Rapid Spin, which is great, and my opponent still has that ability to play a Fire Energy, so easily can go for the Power Heater. Just gonna play another Max Elixir though. Does not have a Fire Energy in the discard pile, so cannot use the Power Heater's full capabilities. But you know what? We're gonna see so much energy currently in the discard pile, it doesn't even matter. My opponent's probably Ultra Balling for a Shaman. This will net him 6 more cards and 6 more. No, it's gonna be a Hoopa. There's your Psychic in that deck. Plays the Hoopa. Probably gonna grab a Shaman. Flareon, I want to say. Shaman Flareon. Those would be the two that I would see, because he needs a new hand. Plays the Flareon first, so that way it's out of the hand. And it's going to be another Volcanion, so straight Volcanion. I might want to try this. I have not done straight Volcanion. I've done, you know, Volcanion Flareon with Camerupt. A lot of janky stuff, but we're going to see how this goes. Maybe this could be a new deck profile coming this week before the good old Guardians Rising comes in the next little bit. Either way, we're going to see... Ooh, we get ourselves a Crabominable. We are going to at least get rid of their Scorched Earth. We don't want that on their field at all. We can grab one of those, go for this. And I can just drop these good old Pokemon down. I know that I have to go for a Rapid Spin in order for me to do any damage right now. That'll be 60 damage load to the baby. I've got some energy now. I got that Mega Blastoise Dread Launcher back. You know what? I think I might just Rapid Spin. Just Rapid Spin. Keep this Blastoise around. I can easily sacrifice my Crabrawler right now. It's not a big deal. Crabrawler, you might be the captain of today's episode, but you're gonna go down. In comes the Volcanion with the Floatstone, which is a great play for my opponent's part because it does let them switch up and get back into that active Volcanion. If I was playing this legitimately, I would probably have some Floatstones if I was playing Rapid Spin the way it should be, but really, I'd be playing this Water Box with, you know, Max Elixirs and all that stuff, you know, like my Mega Blastoise deck. We are going to see my opponent is just going for a Escape Rope. I'm going to go into my regular Blastoise, because as much as I don't want this to happen, I know he's going to start Power Heating. Just is going to go into this Volcanion here, so this way he can do 130 damage to me, and then sacrifice a bunch of Fire Energy, and then that'll be it. He just has to take me out. And he knows that he's only got, you know, 160 HP, so he needs to, what, Power Heat once, and then I'm gone? Or Steam Up, I apologize. No, Steam Up only does 20. It does 30. Does 30, makes it 50, so yeah, 30. I'm sorry, I'm still lost and confused and all that jazz. But he will be able to take out my Blastoise, which will slow me down significantly. Another Floatstone down onto Volcanion EX. Does just naturally switch out and back into the baby. And we're going to take a little bit more damage. This time it's going to be 40. But we should be able to get the knockout onto this Volcanion, which is absolutely fantastic. We're just going to grab a Water Energy drop here. We'll end to mitigate hands, because, you know, I can do that. And I'll at least get one prize today. Now, I would love to get a Crabominable. I can get my Crabominable. That's exactly what I'm aiming for. I'm expecting my opponent to use things like N and stuff to kind of mitigate my hand, so I'm not in too big of a rush. I've already played my Pokemon, or my energy for the turn, so I'll just keep all that in hand, and I will go for a nice Rapid Spin. No, I will not. You have 130, so I would knock you out with a Rapid Spin. I do need to go for that Splash Bomb. I do want to knock out one Pokemon in today's episode, and that's exactly what we did. But I'm going to hurt myself here. So my opponent just needs to go for Volcanion, and will be able to eliminate my Blastoise, which is a problem. It is a big problem. I should have gone into the other Blastoise, but you know what? It's okay. It's not a big deal. We have Crabominable coming up. We're probably going to put up our Crabrawler so he can eat that one. He's got to switch out anyway. He's only got one Volcanion currently set up in play. Is trying to get more energy off of this Max Elixir, and he does manage to get it. Puts it onto the back Volcanion. Absolutely perfect for my opponent. Does go for a Hex Maniac. Not that I have abilities that I can play, so it's okay. But my Blastoise is going to go down. The Volcanion will have to switch naturally, and we are going to go exactly like I said into the Crabrawler. We're going to grab all those energies back into our hand, which is absolutely gorgeous. We can drop a energy pouch down here. This is who we're going to set up, and there we go. There's one energy down. You cannot attack me with this guy. I'm not worried about him. By the time you come in, I should be able to hit you with Crabominable's Avalanche, or hopefully an Ice Hammer. Ice Hammer will take it out, because I'll be hitting for 280 damage, which will knock out any Pokemon in one shot, so Volcanions cannot survive it. We're going to see a VS Seeker. We'll probably hit the N or the Lysander. He's got everything in the discard pile already, so it's not really a surprise there. And we're going to see Fighting Fury Belt down onto the back Volcanion, the one without the energy. He cannot attack with his current one. He will have to switch. Going to see a Fisherman. You lost, what, 1 energy, 2 energy, 3 energy? I don't know. You can only play one additional one. Just goes for the Steam Up, does eliminates it from the hand. Interesting play, but I don't understand. But I'm alright with this. We're going to get another Blastoise, which I don't want to play. And that's it. That's all she wrote. 2 energy down. I will be able to get into this 3rd energy and at least hit Volcanion with some damage. VS Seeker, are you seriously going? You're going for the Lysander right now. Please hit my Blastoise. Don't hit my Crabominable. That'll be twice that my Crabominable got Lysandered before I could hit anything. And a 2 energy with a Crabrawler in front. Does Lysander. Hits my Blastoise. Okay, I'm okay with this. We just don't play the Blastoise in my hand and we should be okay. Ditches an energy to the Scorched Earth, it looks like. He has to be a little careful. He's about 2/3 of the way into his deck, but does hit me for 130, which isn't a problem at all. We can go and drop another energy down here, and my Blastoise should go down in the following turn. But I will be able to finally eat one of his Volcanion EXs. And we're looking alright. I have a Crabominable who will be able to do some damage. His mighty Ice Hammer will be able to eat something. Either that, or we're at least going to get an Avalanche off and be great. But we have all 4 energy necessary for Crabominable, so this will be at least a knockout coming our way. He'll be 2 prizes ahead of us. Actually, he'll be 1 prize ahead of us. But we're in range of knocking out all those glory. Ooh, he's gonna what? VS Seek into what? I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna VS Seek into. Fisherman. Which is a good play. How many VS Seekers have you gone through? 2. You've used 2. Okay. So not enough. But we're gonna see it's Volcanion coming up. He does not want his big baby to get crashing down. And unfortunately, I don't have anything that can really top him. So we're just going to drop our water energy down, be like that, and kaboom! That's it. We're going to pass the turn. I'm not switching out of my Blastoise. You will need to hit me with your big bad boy, and I will take it out first before anybody else. You've already used a Fisherman. You've used 2 VS Seekers, so I'm not too threatened by that. Where is the Fisherman? Did you not use it? I don't think you used it. But you've only got 1 fire energy in here right now. Or 2 of them. I apologize. My bad. But you have to manually put them down. You don't have anything to keep them from going anywhere. So you may not be able to do too much. I don't mind you taking this thing. Oh, no. You're mean. You're mean. Why can't these guys just let my good old Crabominable get a knockout? It took me forever to set that thing up. I couldn't switch out even if I wanted to. Pokemon Catcher. I don't understand the play in that. Maybe he made a mistake. He's going to escape rope back out. I really don't understand what's going on. I just want you to knock out my Blastoise so I can get a free kill on your big guy, and that'll be it. Like, we're literally in the exact same... After all of that switching! Guys, after all of that switching, we're right back to where we started. So, I'm going to drop a Water Energy on a Crabominable. Or my Crabrawler. And I'm going to Mega Evolve. Eat that! I don't know what you're going to do to that. You should be able to one-hit me. Which you should have done last turn. But you didn't. You used a Lysander, wasted a Lysander, and then not only used a Pokemon Catcher, which failed, but went for an escape rope. I don't understand. I don't. You could have easily just knocked me out. And yes, I would have taken something out. But... And you're using your Fisherman now to get 2 more energy, which you can steam up all you want. You don't need to. You drop an energy down, which is your good play. Best play you can do. Ditches an energy, so we know he's got 1 energy gone. Okay. He goes for a steam up. Does he really need to do the additional damage here? He is going all out to take me out. Hits me for 160. Doesn't really need to. I'm gonna go into my Crabominable, who's gonna finally get his knockout that he's been waiting for this whole time. Continuing to set up our Crabrawler in the back. And yeah, we're just gonna go for an Ice Hammer, which will knock out Volcanion. So there goes one of them. 280. We're gonna collect 2 prizes. At least we're gonna be closer than anything else. We got a Mega Blastoise in hand. Don't need it. I would have preferred a Crabominable, actually, because we're actually very close to getting a second one set up. And if my opponent doesn't get the energy in the back, we'll be able to eliminate another one. Even your Fighting Fairy Belt will not save you, my friend. The Crabominable is intimidating. Now, I will go down if he goes for a Steam Up right now. He does get that 3rd energy, and if he does have Steam Up right now, he will eat me alive. Because that's all he does. There he goes. Does Steam Up. I was about to say, you're attacking me? But that is going to be the game there. As much as I would have liked it, I didn't understand a whole what was going on. Because he literally was about to let me mill him. It was really weird. Weird plays. That's all I can say. But here comes that Volcanic Heat. He can attack me. Damage increased to 160. And he just needs my 1 prize. I will be able to get some damage down here. And if I can actually get a Crabominable, which I don't, I would have been able to do some decent damage. Oh, I needed a Fighting Energy for that Crab Hammer to do that 40, but I can only hit for 20. I hit for 20. There we go. It's all I can do. Can't do much more than that. My opponent has a ton of energy, can set up anything he wants, just needs to switch out this good old Volcanion. Wasted an escape rope earlier just to do it. Here comes the Max Elixir. You got 11 cards left. If you manage to pull a Fire Energy, I'll be darned! He pulled a Fire Energy. Ditches another one. He's got a lot of Fire Energies in here. Either that or they're just working in synergy with him. He's got 5 down, 3 there, and at least 1 in hand. There goes another one. He's got a lot of Fire Energy in that deck. Mind you, I guess because of the way the deck works, he's probably got room. I don't know why he's going all out here. Here comes the Volcanic Heat. 190. I had 80 HP. Don't ask. I don't know. But that is going to be today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Apparently, Crabominable, as much as he's got those fighting fists of crab, he can't handle the pressure, and unfortunately he flopped just like our last few. We haven't had a win in Deck Wizard for a while. I think it's just the deck function has just gone. So TCG, if you're listening to me, if you watch these videos at all, fix Deck Wizard so they can actually build a custom deck so we can actually play online. But with that though, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you are brand new here, please hit that subscribe button, because it lets me know that you guys want to come back and watch these videos on the regular. But that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Time out.